It now being 7 o'clock, the regular meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals of the Town of Orleans is called to order. Present are myself, Michael P. Marek, the chair tonight. Also present are members Ralph Soderstrom and Beth McCartney, Matthew Cole, Peter Joblin, and Bruce Taub. Excused are Messrs. Mulligan and McCarthy. Our the first item of business is to approve the minutes of the meeting of March 18th, which were circulated amongst the board. Do I hear any comments or a motion to accept the minutes?
Move to accept.
Is there a second?
Second.
Very well. Mr. Joblin, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The minutes are approved and adopted and made part of the record. We have one item of business tonight for hearings, and that is case number 2004. That is the application of Joseph. I should also mention that also is the board secretary is present, as Sandy Stewart, and the building commissioner of the town of Orleans is with us as well for assistance. Case number 2004 is the application of Charles Spiegel on behalf of the owner, Joseph McHugh, for special permit as set forth in General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 9, and under Orleans zoning bylaw, Section 164-21A, Note 5, to construct a single-family residential dwelling where the proposed building coverage exceeds 4,000 square feet. The property is located at 338 Tonsett Road, the town of Orleans, and is shown in Orleans map number 5, parcel 52. Are there any members of the board who have had correspondence with the applicant or any agent of the applicant which would give rise to a conflict of interest? There is no positive response. I declare that the board is indifferent and impartial. We now hear from Mr. Spiegel and Mr. McHugh.
Good evening. Charles Spiegel representing Joseph McHugh. We started out constructing this house, and the intent was to try and keep it.
Can you want to speak up or speak into the mic?
The microphone's
can you-
not on.
Yeah, the mic doesn't.
The microphone doesn't amplify.
Oh.
It assists in recording, but not in amplifying.
I see. So we started out to keep.
Can you speak up?
I'm trying.
The microphone doesn't work.
I know, but my voice is
Okay.
not in good shape right now. But we started out to make the house a small footprint for the property, and it's not that big of a house on that property, and we put porches around it to try and lower the whole height of it and keep it in keeping with the landscape. It's fairly flat where the house is going, and I feel it fits into the landscape pretty well. The addition of some habitable space above the garage required a connector to the garage from the house, so that kind of with that connector kind of drove us over the square footage, and that's where we stand in asking for the additional square footage over 4,000 square feet.
The way I understand your application, sir, there's 95,000 and change square feet in the entire parcel of land, and of that, there would be a 40, the actual building coverage is 4,277. Did I get that number correct?
I have
4,563 square feet.
Yes.
You maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I've got a series of which on the cover page has an index of plans. I just never saw a site plan. In other words, the only plan which is attached in the package shows the garage with a one-bedroom, and that page is titled Sewage Disposal System. Ordinarily, we see something that have to be entitled site plan, but you're explaining that there's a connector between the proposed garage and the dwelling, and I don't see it on this. Maybe you could show it. To the dotted line is an L, is that it?
Yeah, yes, that's correct.
Some of us might have felt that we could have been favored by better dimensions on those two proposed structures.
In keeping with the covered roof area, as you can see, the proposed dwelling also has the dotted lines on the perimeter of the porches. So I believe that that's what the engineer was denoting with the covered walkway as well.
I see.
And I suppose we were relying on the architectural plans to show that those porches in the covered area actually exist.
Those porches aren't part of the calculation.
Yes.
They are.
Oh, yes.
Anything roof coverage.
Mr. Tom,
Could I ask
please.
a background question?
Yes, please.
I'm relatively new to this, as you know, and I'm not clear at this moment as to why this is even before the board, because as I read Note 5, at least, this is well within the parameters of that note. So what brings this matter before this board? Why does it have to come before this board to start with?
You answered the question, Mr. Spiegel?
Because the total coverage of the covered portions of the property exceed 4,000 square feet, which is an Orleans bylaw.
1,000 square feet as opposed to the 15%. So
Yeah.
you're well
That's
within
right.
the 15, you're
Correct.
over 1,000.
Yes.
Okay,
The calculation there would be 4.2 and change, but there's an absolute maximum of 4,000.